There is something you need to understand. You are not here to fight for money, to struggle, or to sacrifice your peace in the name of wealth. You are here to live in abundance, to fully enjoy the flow of life, where money is simply a natural consequence of who you become when you are aligned with your purpose and with the energy of the universe. What if I told you that living in abundance is your natural state, and that money, this resource that so many pursue relentlessly, can simply be an inevitable consequence? Yes, you heard that right. Point 3, forget everything you've been told about money being the key to a prosperous life. I'm going to reveal something much more powerful. True abundance doesn't start with money, but with a profound inner shift that transforms your life from the inside out. If you align yourself with the abundance that already exists around you, money will just be a small part of what. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how many times have you found yourself thinking that all you need is more money to be happy? That your life would be much easier if you only had more financial resources? This thought could be one of the biggest blocks you're placing in the. When we focus exclusively on money, we ignore a greater force, a universal energy that flows constantly and is available to all of us. True abundance is a state of mind, an energetic frequency that, once activated, begins to transform every aspect of your life. Money comes as a natural consequence of. Have you noticed that some of the most successful people in the world didn't start their journeys obsessed with money? Instead, they were focused on their purposes, on creating something meaningful, on making a difference. And, as they aligned with this flow of abundance, money began to flow naturally to them. This is no coincidence. So why is money just a consequence? Because it is merely a physical manifestation of an internal state of abundance. When you change your mindset to align with abundance, you stop chasing money and start attracting opportunities, resources, and connections that lead you to what you desire, without effort, without struggle, just flowing. It's natural that at this moment you might be asking yourself, but how can I reach this state? How do I break free from the scarcity mindset that we were taught from an early age? How do I break through these limiting beliefs that make us think money is hard to attain or that it only comes with extreme effort? The answer lies in changing the way you think and, even more importantly, how you feel. First, you need to recognize that abundance is already present in your life. It may seem hard to accept this if your current circumstances don't reflect it, but remember, everything starts within you. When you can see the abundance around you, even in small details, you shift your vibration and start attracting more of what you desire. Abundance is not just about money or material possessions. It's much bigger and deeper than that. True abundance is a state of being, an expansive mindset that influences all areas of your life, your relationships, your health, your emotional well-being, and even your inner peace. Living in abundance means feeling complete, without the need to desperately seek something external to fill a void. This state transforms the way you see the world, creating a reality where everything flows to you naturally. Think of abundance as a vibrational frequency. When you are in harmony with this frequency, everything around you begins to align. You attract people who resonate with your energy, opportunities appear seemingly out of nowhere, and even your challenges start to seem like valuable lessons for your growth. This is the power of living in abundance. You don't just receive, but you become a magnet for the constant flow of good things. Imagine waking up every day with a deep feeling of gratitude and satisfaction. Not because you won the lottery or got a promotion at work, but because you know that everything you need is already available to you. This is the key point. Living in abundance means trusting in the process of life, knowing that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when things don't happen exactly as you imagined. And this state of abundance directly affects your relationships. When you feel complete and abundant inside, your connections with those around you become more genuine, deeper. You're not seeking external validation because you already feel enough. This creates a dynamic where your interactions aren't based on lack but on sharing. You begin to give more, love more, and in return, you receive the same level of abundant energy from others. In your romantic relationships, for example, living in abundance means not seeking in the other what you believe is missing in yourself. Instead, you enter a partnership with the intention of further expanding what is already abundant within you. And as a result, you build a relationship based on mutual growth, where both contribute to each other's evolution. When it comes to friendships, abundance also transforms how you interact. You begin to attract friends who are on the same vibrational level, who support you and reflect the same positive state of mind. And the most amazing thing is that these relationships become inexhaustible sources of inspiration and motivation. You surround yourself with people who celebrate your victories, help you grow, and share this expansive view of life. Furthermore, living in abundance directly influences your relationship with time. You stop racing against the clock, trying to control every minute of your day, and begin to trust that time is always on your side. You realize that there is enough time for everything that matters to you. This mindset gives you a sense of freedom, where you can dedicate your time to what really matters, without rushing or anxiety. Now, when we talk about the impact of abundance on your relationship with money, the scenario completely changes. By living in abundance, you no longer see money as a scarce resource but as a tool that flows to you according to your internal state. Money stops being a constant worry and becomes something that simply responds to your vibration. The more you live in harmony with abundance, the more money naturally flows your way. And the most surprising thing is that when you adopt this mindset, money doesn't just come in large sums all at once. It starts to appear in unexpected ways, small or large, but always at the right moment. A successful project, an investment opportunity, or even an innovative idea that takes you to a new financial level. All of this becomes a consequence of your internal state of abundance, because you are no longer operating from fear or scarcity. You stop being a money chaser and become a wealth creator. Because true wealth isn't just about how much money you have in the bank, but about your ability to generate value for yourself and others. And that's the greatest lesson of abundance. When you live in alignment with it, you become an infinite source of value, and money becomes just a reflection of that value you create in the world. Living in abundance is about entering a continuous flow with the universe. It's about trusting that everything you need is always on its way, and that you don't need to control or force outcomes. Money, opportunities, and experiences will come in line with your alignment with this universal truth. And when you live in this state, abundance manifests in all aspects of your life, so naturally that you will realize money is just one of the many blessings flowing to you. From an early age, we are taught to believe that the only path to wealth is through hard work and constant effort. The dominant narrative tells us that the more we sacrifice, the more financial rewards we will receive. And while work has its value, this belief can trap us in a cycle of scarcity, where all our focus is on the constant doing, instead of being and aligning with the natural flow of abundance. This cycle of scarcity manifests when we believe that we are never doing enough, that we always need to work more, run faster, fight harder. The problem is that this type of mindset ends up creating a sense of insufficiency, as if money and abundance are limited and we have to compete to get our share. This generates a cycle of anxiety and fear, where the focus is on the daily struggle instead of personal growth and creating value. But what happens when we stop focusing solely on work and constant effort? When we start to understand that the real power lies in changing how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world. The answer is simple but powerful. We begin to realize that wealth is not in what we do, but in the state of being we cultivate internally. The exclusive focus on doing disconnects us from our essence, from our ability to create from a place of inner abundance. People who continue to believe that constant effort is the only answer end up exhausted, living in a state of perpetual lack, where it seems there is never enough time or money. They are always chasing something external instead of cultivating a healthy internal relationship with abundance. On the other hand, those who have shifted their mindset to being, to recognizing that abundance starts within, have found a new way of living. They've learned that when you align with the flow of abundance, the actions you take become more inspired and effective. You stop chasing and start attracting. Physical effort is replaced by emotional and spiritual intelligence, and money flows as a result of this internal shift. What truly traps most people is the so-called scarcity mindset. This type of mindset is based on the belief that there are limited resources in the world and that one person's success reduces the chances of success for others. Those who operate with this mindset live in fear of losing, constantly comparing themselves to others and feeling threatened by their achievements. Now, imagine operating from an abundance mindset. This type of mindset recognizes that the universe is infinitely generous, that there is more than enough for everyone. People with this mindset understand that one person's success does not diminish their chances of success. On the contrary, it inspires and creates more possibilities. They believe they can create value infinitely, and that the more they give, the more they receive. Let's think about practical examples. Steve Jobs, for instance, wasn't focused solely on making money. He was passionate about creating, innovating, and delivering something valuable to the world. When he aligned his inner vision with his passion and purpose, money came as an inevitable consequence. Similarly, Oprah Winfrey built an empire, not by chasing wealth, but by aligning with her purpose of inspiring and uplifting others. The money flowed because they were operating from an abundance mindset, focused on creating value. These people changed their mindset before changing their finances. They understood that success and abundance begin in the mind. It wasn't the relentless effort that brought wealth, but the focus on being, on aligning with their deepest purposes and contributing to the greater good. Many people who made this transition from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset noticed immediate changes. They began to attract opportunities, connections, and money without the exhausting effort they once put in. Why? Because they stopped operating from a lack mentality and began connecting with the natural flow of abundance that is already available to all of us. When you operate from an abundance mindset, your perception of time and effort also changes. You no longer feel the need to sacrifice or compete. Instead, you begin to work smarter and more aligned, making decisions that resonate with your purpose and creating results that once seemed unattainable. The big truth is that as long as we remain trapped in the cycle of scarcity, afraid of losing or believing that we must fight for every cent, money will continue to seem like a difficult battle. But when we shift to an abundance mindset, we understand that money is a reflection of the value we create, of our aligned actions, and of our ability to live in harmony with the universe. Therefore, throughout this journey, what you do is just part of the equation. The real power lies in who you are. When you live in alignment with abundance, when you cultivate the right mindset, money, and all other forms of wealth, become an inevitable consequence of your internal state. Change your mindset, and everything else will change with it. I will reveal the secret that changes everything. True abundance is an internal state. It doesn't depend on external circumstances, nor is it determined by the balance in your bank account, your job title, or your social status. Abundance is already available, here and now, and it begins to flow the moment you shift your perception. It's a matter of how you choose to see the world, and more importantly, how you choose to see yourself within this universe of infinite possibilities. The key to accessing this full abundance lies within your own consciousness. From the moment you understand that abundance is not something to be achieved, but something to be awakened, your life begins to change. Abundance is a state of being, an energetic frequency that you can align with at any moment. When you are in tune with this frequency, everything around you begins to reflect it: money, opportunities, connections, well-being, and even inner peace. All of this manifests naturally when you are aligned internally. This concept may seem abstract at first, but it's incredibly practical. Abundance is like a constant river of energy flowing through the universe, always available, always present. When you put yourself in the position to receive this flow, instead of fighting against it or trying to control it, you begin to experience a new kind of reality. This reality is not based on relentless effort, but on harmony with the universal energy that surrounds you and is within you. Abundance starts within you. It is not something that comes from the outside in. You don't need more money, more success, or more achievements to feel abundant. Instead, by cultivating an inner vision of abundance, you will begin to see the reflection of that energy in everything around you. When you align with the flow of abundance, money becomes a byproduct, a natural consequence of this internal state of harmony and completeness. The way you perceive the world is fundamental. If you look at life through the lens of scarcity, all you will see are limitations, barriers, and difficulties. But when you shift that lens to abundance, something magical happens. You begin to notice the infinite possibilities that have always been available to you. It's as if, suddenly, invisible doors start to open, revealing paths and opportunities that were previously hidden behind the veil of scarcity. This perception of abundance is strengthened by the state of gratitude. Gratitude is not just a positive emotion, but a powerful catalyst for manifestation. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you change your vibrational field, tuning yourself to the energy of abundance. You begin to see that you already possess so much, and by recognizing this, you create space for even more good things to enter your life. Gratitude is like a door that, when opened, allows the flow of abundance to pass through and manifest in the form of money, opportunities, and relationships. Living in a state of gratitude is the first step to aligning with full abundance. This means deeply appreciating what you already have, regardless of what may be missing. The more you recognize what is good in your life, the more the universe responds by sending more of those things your way. Gratitude is the language of the universe. It signals that you are ready to receive more because you are already at peace and in harmony with what you have. In addition to gratitude, being present in the moment is also essential. When you live in the present, without getting lost in worries about the future or frustrations about the past, you are in sync with the flow of life. The present is the only moment in which abundance can manifest. It is in this very moment that you have the power to create and attract everything you desire. Living in the present means being attentive to the opportunities around you, those you may have ignored before because you were distracted by thoughts of scarcity or fear. Being present also allows you to live with more intention. When you are fully present, your actions are not automatic reactions, but conscious choices. You start acting from a place of inner power, knowing that every decision you make is an opportunity to further align yourself with the flow of abundance. This creates a positive spiral where each conscious action reinforces your connection to universal energy, attracting increasingly favorable results. Cultivating a positive mindset is the third pillar for living in abundance. When you maintain a positive mindset, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are open and willing to receive the best that life has to offer. Positivity is not just an emotional choice, it's a mental attitude that allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. By focusing on the positive, you open doors to creative solutions, unexpected collaborations, and continuous growth. Positivity also creates an energetic field that attracts others who are tuned to the same vibration. You start attracting people who are aligned with your purpose, people who can help you grow and reach new levels of success. These connections are not just superficial, they are deep and transformative because they are based on a shared vision of abundance. When you live in gratitude, stay present in the moment, and cultivate a positive mindset, something extraordinary happens. You not only attract more money but also new growth opportunities, harmonious relationships, and a deep sense of inner peace. Money stops being a concern and becomes a reflection of your internal state of abundance. It flows to you effortlessly because you are living in alignment with your true self and the universal flow. The more you align with this energy, the more your life becomes a reflection of it. You begin to see abundance in all areas, and the money that often seemed scarce flows in unexpected ways. The universe responds to your internal vibration, bringing into your life exactly what you are ready to receive. When you are in alignment with abundance, you realize there has always been enough. Enough to live, to grow, to thrive, and above all, to be happy. One of the deepest lessons of this concept is that money should be seen as a reflection, not as a final goal. This idea can be transformative because, so often in life, we are conditioned to see money as the ultimate objective, the reason for doing everything. However, this focus actually distances us from true abundance. When money is treated as the final goal, it ends up creating a scarcity mindset because it always seems like there's never enough. When money is seen as a reflection of your state of being, it flows much more naturally. If you place all your focus on accumulating money, you create an obsession that often blocks the very flow of abundance. You begin to live in a state of anxiety, always chasing something that seems just out of reach. But when you shift the focus to your alignment with inner abundance, money becomes just one of the many manifestations of your elevated state of consciousness. Think about this: money, in itself, is a tool. It has no intrinsic value beyond what you attribute to it. When money is treated as the sole objective, it becomes a burden, something you chase relentlessly. But when you understand that money is a reflection of your ability to create value in the world and of your connection to the universal flow, it ceases to be an obsession and becomes a powerful ally in achieving your greater purposes. Money, then, should be seen as a byproduct of the value you generate, both for yourself and for others. The more aligned you are with your purpose, the more value you deliver to the world, the more money flows to you. This happens because the universe responds to balance. What you give, you receive in return. If your focus is solely on money, you limit your potential. But if your focus is on creating, contributing, and growing, money comes as a natural consequence of the value you are generating. When you see money as a reflection, your relationship with it transforms. It ceases to be a goal that defines your success and becomes an indicator of the impact you are making. The more you are in harmony with your purpose and with universal abundance, the more money flows to support your journey. And most importantly, this money comes without effort, without the need for sacrifice or struggle, because you are no longer operating from a scarcity mindset. Look at anyone who truly lives in abundance, and you will see that money is just part of the equation, not the central point. These people are focused on their personal growth, on serving others, and on creating a positive impact in the world. Money comes as a natural consequence of who they have become, not because of what they pursued. And this is what we must learn: money should never be the end, but a tool that helps us expand our capabilities and share our abundance with the world. One of the biggest mindset shifts you can make is to stop seeing money as something that needs to be chased. Instead, start seeing it as something that will come to you when you are in alignment with the flow of life. It's not about how hard you work or how much effort you put into getting more money, but about how willing you are to flow with the universe, to trust that when you live in abundance, everything you need, including money, will always be available to you. This is where many people go wrong. They make money their only metric for success. If the money isn't flowing, they believe they are failing. But what often happens is that they are out of alignment with their true purpose or are stuck in scarcity. When you let go of this obsession and focus on being the best version of yourself, on adding value, and living in harmony, money starts to appear as a natural consequence of this state of being. Make your primary focus your personal growth, your contribution to the world, and your well-being the center of your attention. Money will come as a reflection of the value you create. And the more aligned you are with the flow of abundance, the more easily money will flow to you, without effort, without struggle. Imagine the freedom that comes when you stop seeing money as the ultimate destination. Suddenly, your energy is no longer consumed by financial worries or the fear of loss. Instead, you live in a state of trust, knowing that money is just a consequence of your internal alignment. This allows you to be more creative, bolder, and more generous because you are no longer operating from a place of lack. Money as a reflection and not as a goal brings a sense of peace and freedom. You begin to realize that you don't have to sacrifice your well-being or happiness in exchange for wealth. On the contrary, the happier and more aligned you are, the more money you will attract. This is true abundance, living according to your purpose, generating value for yourself and others, and letting money flow naturally as a reflection of the impact you are creating. I invite you, from the heart, to stop chasing money, to let go of this struggle that only wears you down, and to start living with purpose, in total alignment with the abundance the universe has to offer you. Just like a drop of water is part of the vast ocean and a grain of sand contributes to the vastness of a beach, your like and subscription make all the difference for the growth of the channel. If you've watched this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.